Hello and welcome to the EMP Tech Group. Back out here in the shop again today. I say that a lot. And we have been trying to do an RFID selector video for months, and we've been unable to do so because we just don't have enough RFID gear here to do it with, because there's so many RFID projects happening right now that all of our equipment has been tied up at customer sites. But we've got a project that we're working on, getting ready to deliver, so we had some gear here for that. And I was actually able to get my hands on some of the mobile computer RFID readers so we could put a quick video together and talk about applications since we've got a project here. So you don't think about mobile power carts for RFID, but we've used it several times, and you can put a fixed reader, and in this case we've got some antennas, a regular kind of general purpose antenna, and then a small form factor antenna on here, on a mobile power cart with a reader, also with an RFID label printer on here. And the customer will have a laptop on here and be using Zebra's 123 RFID product along with this fixed reader to do a proof of concept. This is not what the project will actually look like in production. This is just for them to do a proof of concept. They'll repurpose the mobile power cart when they're done, but they wanted to first get the printer and the RFID, labels that are RFID tagged embedded in them, get them printed, get them put on their product, and then use a laptop with Zebra's 123 RFID and the reader, and go around and make sure they're getting the read rates, watch signal strengths, watch how many tags they're seeing, watch and make sure it works. And then they will strip all of this off of this mobile power cart, put it on an automatic guided vehicle, an AGV, that's already running around their plant, and they're going to do our inventory as the AGV goes around their plant automatically. So fun thing you can do with RFID that you can't do, you can't do with barcode scanning. So again, products featured being the regular form factor antenna, the small form factor antenna, the Zebra ZT411 label printer that looks just like any other label printer, but it does have the RFID encoder embedded, and Zebra's FX fixed mount reader that will run up to 4 antennas. Actually, there's an 8 antenna version, but this one is 4 antennas. So fixed readers, put them on a mobile power cart, put them on a conveyor. This is our barcode scanner test conveyor that's been doing a lot of RFID tests lately, as we have had products from our customers that have got an RFID tag on them, and we're just testing because people are trying to fulfill mandates for RFID labeling on their products for Walmart and other retailers, and they've got to make sure that the tags are readable on the product on their production line in high speed. And we actually ran this conveyor full speed, and we're still able to read the RFID tags. So just some special considerations for RFID. So I have mobile computers here, and this is Zebra's MC3300, a warehouse scanner that has an RFID reader on it. It runs Android, and this is kind of the workhorse, super rugged RFID reader from Zebra that's on a full, mobile computer warehouse style gun. But then the other way to do this is Zebra has a series of sleds. So this device, this part of it here, and this one has a TC22 on it, or a TC50 product, or a TC70 product, depending on what you want to do. But this TC22 is so nice now, the low end one, that we've been using it a lot for that. And you can see I've got 0 reads on here right now, and you can take this then and go over to your RFID tags, and you can just read like crazy. You can see I did 1,689 reads, 29 different tags in a little over a second. So these things will read like crazy. They read thousands of tags at a time, and then you can run an application on here that takes that sea of RFID data and distills it down into something that you can use. Maybe you're trying to locate a product with this. You can put in here and go, I'm looking for this particular tag, and it'll Geiger counter you to that tag. Or you can just walk around and do an inventory. A lot of the retailers these days are using a product like this, and clothing is such a good RFID product. And they're literally walking around the stores multiple times a day, just reading every tag and confirming that all the inventory that's supposed to be there is there, using RFID. So mobile computers, either with a sled and a TC product, or with the older kind of brick on a stick display with hard buttons doing RFID. By the way, they all have barcode scanners in them too. People forget that you can do a barcode scan and or an RFID read, just depending on what the application is. So if you go up to a product and there's a barcode on it, boom, you can read the barcode, or if you need to read RFID tags, you can do that as well. So that's what these two are. Another RFID product that's here is a barcode scanner that also has an RFID reader on it. So an this is a DS9908 RFID. So it's a barcode scanner, kind of a convenience store style, where you can present a barcode to it and it'll read, but it's also got an RFID reader on it, so you can just keyboard wedge RFID tag data into a spreadsheet or some other application that you're running on a PC, and you just plug this in via USB and it plugs and plays. It's ready to go. There's no programming needed. You can be reading RFID tags immediately with something like this. And then let's talk about tags. And I've got a smattering of them. You saw this one earlier. This is a pretty robust tag. Zebra's got two new inlays, and you can see how much metal is on this RFID tag. And the big improvement in tags over the last few years is that they take so little power to light up. So if it seems the read ranges are better, and you can read tags where you couldn't read them before. And you would think that the manufacturers such as Zebra turn the power up on these. You can't. It's FCC regulated, so you can't turn power up any higher on the readers or you'll start causing injury to people. So the tags are where the advancements have been and how well they read. So this is a pretty good sized label, pretty good sized tag. We also have more, just the 4x2 sized label with an inlay on it. By the way, don't forget, you can print on them, you can put barcodes on them, so you can do barcode reading and do RFID reading all on the same product. And they'll come on a roll. It's a roll of labels like this that they come on, and this one's got a really small inlay on it, if I can ever get it to release off of here. But there's a super small inlay on this one. Yeah, you can see it right there, really tiny. Does not read as far as the bigger ones, but if you have a small product you need to get that an RFID tag on, you can use something more like this. By the way, doesn't have to be a label. This is a metal mount tag that's got magnets on it. So RFID tags come in all kinds of form factors, including this. It's a hard tag. It is not as inexpensive. It's not the 10, 20 cent tag RFID like those. It's more expensive, but it can be reusable. You can encode this, put it on the product, use it through while it's in process, and then at the end you just pull it off and reuse it. So they don't, RFID tags can be reusable if that's what you need. So I kind of went backwards. Tags are really first. Tags and tagging the product is first. The readers and the reader hardware is second, and then the software. How do you get all this data into your ERP, into your WMS, into something that you can use? We're here to help with all of that. We'll do the project from the beginning to the end. As you can see, we got a lot of experience, a lot of tricks up our sleeve on how to get RFID to work, because you have a mandate from your customer and you need to do it, or because you look at your operations and you think that RFID can help you be more efficient and run a better operation. We're here to help all of that. EMPtechgroup.com, always the best place to reach us. Thanks.